program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing up there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
We are back here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, the locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan and intern Andrew Leeds are here in the studio with me on a beautiful Sunday morning, March 3rd. And big Flyers win last night. We're preparing for the Sixers today against the Mavericks at 1 o'clock. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Billy. How are we doing today?
All right, we're at what a difference a day makes. Andrew Leeds, the
Yeah.
intern. I mean, yesterday was Riders on a Storm. It was rainy and blustery, and today beautiful bright sunshine, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you
50
said a
degrees
beautiful
already.
Sunday
Yeah,
morning,
man.
I mean, you couldn't put it any better than that. It's really nice out, sun's out, ready for baseball, man.
Yeah, ready for
baseball.
ready for
Days
baseball.
like this.
We're gonna get into a little topic I want to discuss because it's everybody's been talking about it. Should Schwarber be in the leadoff position? We're going to talk about that. The Philadelphia Phillies are in the heart now of their spring training games as they move along. We'll get to the starting lineups for today's game, and we'll talk Phillies baseball. We'll talk about the 76ers. I wrote my article on Friday morning, guys. 973ESPN.com. The two different teams are heading in the wrong direction. The Sixers are in jeopardy of possibly not even maybe making it to a playing game.
Yeah, it's getting there. I mean, both conferences are just so tight right now where, I mean, there's just like a 1 or 2 game cushion between every seed in both conferences. And right now, without Embiid, the Sixers haven't been able to really keep up the pace of wins. I mean, they're kind of, winning one, then losing a couple, then winning maybe.
And they're not beating anybody in front of them either.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
they
they're
beat
only
the Hornets
beating
the
up.
other night. Now they
Yeah.
got to, like the Mavericks, what are they, in 8th place? And they're in the Western Conference. So they got their work cut out for them today, Danny.
Yeah, I mean, just 3 games separating the 5 and the 9 in the West, and then you take a look at the East, just 1 game separating right now the Sixers in the 5 spot and the Pacers in the 8 spot. The Bulls, they have a little bit of a ways to go. They got to start just like looking to get over 500 before they look at getting a higher seed. But I mean, it's really close in the NBA. Like you said, you mentioned about Kyle Schwarber and the Phillies to start the show. I'm excited about baseball season. Kind of getting, I don't know if I want to say tired about the spring training games. I mean, they're meaningless, Billy. We know that.
So
It's nice to see some guys develop, but they're meaningless.
They are meaningless, but they got to get their work in.
Yeah, it's nice to see baseball again, but I'm itching for the games that count. I'm itching for this full starting lineup, all the talent this team has, and I mean, can you blame me? I think this is the team we have the most hope in Philadelphia right now.
Especially now that we had just got word, I guess, late yesterday that Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to have an arthroscopic surgery, or he had an MRI and he's got some damage in his repaired knee, and that'll put him out for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how long he will be out, but I mean, regardless, this Phillies team, I mean, we've been getting off to the last couple of years, we've been getting off to like a slow start, and then we pick up pace, and we haven't been able to reach the Braves because the Braves have had 100 or so wins the last couple of years. But the Phillies, I mean, they had 90 wins last year.
That's right.
And that was with a terrible start with a Trey Turner who was not Trey Turner, and an offense that as a whole was just not connecting.
Remember, he wasn't the only guy that was in the World Baseball Classic.
It was Schwarber, Real Muto,
and
Taiwan Walker was in the
Suarez pitched for.
Yes.
Remember, he got sent home because he was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He hurt his elbow.
We were dealing with a lot of injuries at the start of last year. I mean, obviously Reese Hoskins went out right before the season started, and that kind of threw a wrench in things. So yeah, I mean, an injury, I mean, that really could open the gate if the Phillies can just get off to it, not even like a crazy hot start, but just a decent
Keep
start.
pace with the Braves.
How about Bryce Harper over at first base? You see that nifty play he made the other day?
He's
He's aware of what's happening at all times. That's what separates a guy like him over other guys that are getting $300 million.
exactly.
Like, those guys are deserving of it. Don't get me wrong. They're great talents, but you put him in any spot in the field, and he's just got the IQ of a straight ball player. I mean, he just gets it, man. And his leadership qualities, everything.
Listen, Danny, and because I know that some of the guys that I know that play professional sports, those guys, I don't care what sport it is, they have it like their eyesight, their vision. They're just all around athletes. I don't care what sport it is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's unbelievable the difference between a professional athlete and a regular guy.
Well, you think about it too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that was a simple spring training, nice play, tags first,
Right.
throws to second.
I couldn't get out there.
But at the same time, think about all the scenarios that were going through his head in just that meaningless spring training game. So he's
Right.
prepared for everything that might come to him
Right.
on the defensive side. And this is a guy who's been playing first base for what, less than a year? It's crazy to me.
And then, of course, the Philadelphia Flyers. What a big win yesterday against the Senators.
Yeah.
They needed that win, and they needed a win. They didn't need a time because look, I'm looking at the playoff picture, and you gotta realize that the Islanders and the Caps are right on our tail.
Yeah, it's like you said earlier. I mean, it's getting close. Both teams trending in the wrong direction.
Yeah, and I mean, last night it was a great win. Obviously, Claude Giroux was back in town, so emotions were probably running high for some guys. And yeah, I mean, they really just were able to jump out to a good start. I mean, they let the Senators tie it back up, but then they hit them right back with two more punches, including that penalty shot goal.
And the last game,
Forster.
excuse me, the last game against the game they played before against the Washington Capitals. But we were talking yesterday about how Tortorella just ripped into Bobby Brink, and I don't know if that was a good look because, I mean, it wasn't just like he said something to him. He was on him for about a good 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you can see that he was, dropping F-bombs and everything else in his face.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
That's
a great
not
look.
good. It's not a
At the
good
end of
look.
the day, it's not a great look, but this is torts, man. This is what you signed up for when you hired John Tortorella to be the head coach of your team. It's not like he was hiding it in the past places he had been.
His frustrations definitely got the best of him.
It did. Now, I'm sure if he were to look back at it, he's not proud of it, but at the end of the day, he said it. He said it himself. It was stupidity from them, and I'm not backing what he did.
Right.
But he feels that passionately about what happens on the ice, and he wants to get the
Do you
best
think
out of these guys.
I hope he pulled Bobby Brink aside or somebody talked to him.
I
and said,
hope
Listen,
so.
I don't know necessarily apology, but to say, it's just some clarification. Like communication's essential.
And at least maybe admit that he could have handled it a little better. At least, like,
And maybe Couturier, who's now the captain, pulls him aside, and says, "We got your back." Because listen, Bobby Brink has been playing pretty well this year.
Yeah,
and he's been up and down. And when you're on the bubble like that, when you make a mistake, it's magnified.
Yeah,
he was looking for maybe Tortorella was looking for a scapegoat because I don't think that even if Bobby Brink got back on that play all the way down to the goal line, because remember that guy came around and did a stuffer. Could he have stopped that goal? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he also tore into Licksell as well. I mean, even after the game, did you see his quote after the game?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about he embarrassed Bobby Brink.
No, I get it.
Game.
I totally get that. But it also, it happened with Licksell too. He called him out after the game, and his quote, to be exact, was he was asked about if they should get more time on the ice, especially in the final minutes. And he says, not with that stupidity prior. No, pardon me, not with the stupidity prior. No. Brink and Licksell, not with the stupidity, they wouldn't see any ice. So he doubled down after the game.
Wow. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
And I did see some people were speculating that it wasn't necessarily the fact that he gave up that goal, but it was the fact that he was on the ice for so long and he didn't try to switch out. Like he just kind of.
So he was a dinosaur out there?
Yeah, he was thinking that instead of being a team player and coming out, he was biting off more than he could chew and let up a goal because of it.
That's experience. Because, you got to get into – look, shifts go in hockey, 30-second shifts, 35, 45-second shifts. You get past that, man. Your legs are like cement out there.
Oh yeah.
You're out there. For a minute, you're sucking wind.
All right, Billy. I asked Mike Gill about this, so I'm going to ask you. We have the NHL trade deadline coming up in just 5 days.
The 8th, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I know they're not going to make a huge deal. I know they're not going to make a big splash to get a flashy goal scorer. But do you think this team makes any acquisition to benefit and improve the team as opposed to selling? As kind of the rumors are pointing
we
to?
talked about this yesterday. Are they buyers or sellers? We established that this team's in a tweener stage. Unless somebody knocks their socks off with a really good proposal, but you're gonna have to give up something to get something.
I hope they at least do some sort of low risk, high reward deal. Just I don't know. in the back of your pocket, you could say you got that guy, and if it pays off, it pays off. You didn't have to give up much for him, but I want to see them do something. Just get some small piece.
Right.
I don't think they'll do it, obviously, with all the rumors pointing towards it and how this team looks. Like you said, the message from Danny Briere and Keith Jones has been the entire time.
Right.
He's saying this team's overexceeding.
Don't fall in love with any one of these players.
He also said too that he's not telling the players that. He's telling the players to play their basketball.
Right.
And he's just telling the media that. So we'll see what they do. I hope they do.
All right, and then our last topic is a big day in high school basketball yesterday.
Heck yeah.
How about the mainland Ocean City boys basketball game is played in a gym? Like they could only they only had so many seats. A lot of people wanted to go and couldn't even get in the building. And of course, it goes to 3 overtimes. We'll talk about that on the other side. And then Pittman wins their Group 1 championship over Kip Cooper Norcross, which is a charter school in Camden. And we're going to speak with the head coach of the Pittman boys basketball team, former All-South Jersey player Ron Myers, now coaching his alma mater. So we'll talk to Coach Ron Meyer. And LeBron James, what did he do last night?
Yeah, LeBron James became the first player in basketball history to cross 40,000
I was ripping
points.
him yesterday.
Something light. Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, 40,000.
Literally in his own category now. It's okay.
All right, we're gonna have a nice conversation about who's the greatest basketball player of all time, because I'm a Michael Jordan guy still.
That doesn't shock me.
I
doesn't shock me. And I mean, I think a lot of people are Michael Jordan.
He showed up every day.
I try to have an open mind with this debate, but I think at the end of the day, it comes down to me that LeBron is the greatest player to ever pick up a basketball in the history of the NBA and basketball in general. Michael Jordan was the greatest winner of all time. He understood how to win in the NBA the best, but I think the most talented player to ever pick up a basketball, LeBron James by far.
All right, fellas,
Yeah.
we got a
Good
lot to
show
talk
lined up.
about. We got 2 hours to do it. Let's have some fun. Get yourself in a 3-point stand, and let's bring it. I got the locker room youth movement with me today on a sunny Sunday. The first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schwein, the intern Andrew Leeds, producer Danny Ryan. It's my locker room youth movement right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hey everybody, Tim Chu with ticksforgood.org. How would you like to go to the Final Four? That's right, at ticksforgood.org, we are giving away 2 tickets to the men's basketball Final Four in Phoenix, Arizona. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can enter to win 2 tickets to the men's basketball Final Four in Phoenix, Arizona, round-trip airfare, and 3 nights accommodations. This prize is brought to us locally by Tri-City Kitchens, South Jersey's leader in custom cabinetry. Visit ticksforgood.org to learn how to win.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
And now, a poem for all you lovebirds out there. Getting down on getting down. Some cars are red, others are blue. Trade in your old car and drive something new.
Fall in love with saving at Matt Black Nissan. How about 1.9% financing for 60 months on every new 23 Rogue in stock?
Oh, yeah, it's on at Matt Black Nissan.
With over 200 new cars in stock and incoming. Come see why Matt Black is your premier Nissan dealer. This month only, lease a brand new Sentra for $259 a month with only $19.99 down. And with Matt Black Nissan's 4-day love it or leave it return policy, you simply can't make a mistake. Matt Black Nissan.com. Rate qualifications exist with approved credit. $27.78 per thousand financed on in-stock 2023 Rogues. Not all will qualify. Not valid on previous purchase. Go to mattblacknissan.com for complete details or call 844-917-4758. Price includes all costs to be paid by consumer except for licensing, registration, and taxes. VIN RY263938. Center sale price $21,520. It's on at Matt Black Nissan on the Black Horse Pike. Harbor Township.
I thought people like me didn't get addicted to drugs. That's like saying people like me don't get sick. Just like anyone can get sick, anyone can struggle with addiction. And when you're struggling, there's no shame in getting help. I'm over the shame. I know who I am, and I'm in recovery for me.
Call 844-REACH-NJ. Talk to a counselor for confidential help and see if you're eligible for no-cost treatment. 844-REACH-NJ. From the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds here in the studio on a sunny Sunday. Talking a little Flyers hockey. But before we get into that, so last night I stopped by. I went home. I had to rush home. My daughter had to go to the hospital. Everything's okay.
She's good?
She's good.
Oh, man.
She's good.
You just threw that out there nonchalant.
No. So I rushed out. I wasn't feeling well yesterday. So I darted, as soon as I got done the show yesterday, I darted out of here.
Jeez.
But by the time I got up there, she was already released from the hospital. She was dehydrated. She had the flu. She got diagnosed with
My
the
mom
flu.
has the flu right now, too. I've been keeping
and we had our vaccines.
Yeah.
We had our vaccinations. But, you can't cover every strand.
When the change in the weather, it's messing everybody up right now.
So then I went home, got on the couch, got horizontal, right? Took a little nap while the Phillies game is in the background. There's nothing better than that, right? On a rainy day, and it's nice and sunny in Florida. And then after that, I went to my buddy's house, Louie and Laura Capelli, right? We went over to their house. And you guys play rummy?
I have from time to time.
I don't think I've ever actually played it.
I haven't played rummy in a long time. But I was so bad at rummy. I gave Louie, he called, whatever card I put down, he's going rummy. Because when you have rummy, you can pull out just what you win.
Isn't it so bad, too?
That is I said to him, I turned around, I said, I'm rusty. And they laughed so hard because I hadn't played the game in 15 years.
Isn't it awful when, there's just clear players that are better at you at that card game or whatever, and they just toy with you.
They just toy with you.
They just mess with you. It's fun for them.
But I was unforced errors, man. I was giving them cards hanging right in the pile.
Part of it's your own stupidity. I've done it before. We've all been there. But it's just like they see an opportunity, they seize it. It's like, I'm going to make this guy's rummy game happen.
Unforced errors. When you do something stupid like that, you're like, that's stupid.
Yeah. You want to smack yourself in the head after.
I was giving every excuse in the book. I need my glasses. I didn't have my glasses. I couldn't see. Had a couple of drinks under my belt.
You're like, oh, you're messing me up.
You know what? I don't like losing. I don't like losing in
of course. The Schweiner doesn't like losing in anything.
Especially to my brother.
The most competitive spirit around.
True competitor. That's why you got that picture of you at QB still on your
right
podium right there.
I told you I'm getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Not me personally. The 1978-79 Collingswood High School football team is getting inducted into the Collingswood High School Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's the 32nd annual banquet. And, man, we're getting put in. That was a great team we had. And I got the picture right there. But let's get back to the Flyers because no Travis, they're winning. Let's put it this way. They're keeping pace despite the fact that Joe Konechny and Drysdale are out.
Yeah.
And how about Urson? This kid's been standing on his head.
Yeah, Urson's been like a nice surprise this season. Who I forget the name of the goalie last night. He had a pretty Sandstorm, something like that. He had a great game. I think that was he was first game of the season. But I mean, yeah, they're keeping pace. They're not, playing as lights out as they were coming out of the All-Star break. But obviously with no Konechny, no Drysdale, they've been doing a good job at least being around that 500 range over the last couple games. And I mean, they're staying competitive throughout.
Yeah, Sandstrom, and he stopped 25 shots. 26 shots last night.
These guys are put in a tough position right
now.
But
you know what I like about this team too? They're tough. Delorier, Hathaway, guys. Those guys, they have an intensity. Of course, they're missing Konechny because he's a fiery little guy, right? He's playing. He's having a great year. It's a shame that he's out. Like they're saying upper extremity, but it's a concussion. I think is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what the official ruling is on him. He's day to day right now, so he's not as bad as Drysdale, at least officially. Obviously, Drysdale was put on the IR on Wednesday, so we'll see what happens with him when we get him back. Probably shouldn't be more than anything. I guess like a few weeks, right?
Yeah, well, you would think.
Upper body injury.
I think he's been out. I think I'm like now. I'm starting to wonder how serious
that was the problem with this guy when we acquired him. Not necessarily a problem, but that was the one red flag. It was like, okay, you're giving up Cutter Gauthier, and you're getting this guy in a second round pick, but this guy's very injury prone. So you hope that he can stay healthy throughout the majority of his career.
And it was the shoulder. Drysdale's shoulder was the one that he had repaired. The one that he.
Yeah, I mean, he's got shoulder problems. That's clear as day.
And he did get
that's what he's out with. Yeah, he got blindsided.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I don't know if it was a dirty hit, like it might have been a clean hit. It was a big hit.
Hockey at its finest.
Right there. So you guys know those. You guys, you're on social media a lot, more than I am. But I have Instagram, and every once in a while, you get these videos that pop up, and it's who's a guy from TNT, the hockey guy, Paul Bissett. I think so. Spitting Chicklets. He's got a podcast. He was talking about the big kid from the Rangers.
I was just about to bring him up.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. Hell, watching this kid, he's challenged every big guy on every other team.
Why not?
Like, did you see his eyes are like black and blue?
Yeah,
he's like old school.
He's getting the bad end of this, but he's not winning many of these fights.
Guess what? He's mixing it up with the best of them.
He is, and I don't blame him because he's 6'7" at 21 years old.
That's
Why not?
right.
I mean, you tower over everybody. I would feel that confident too.
But if you listen to the way I think Paul Bassinet, I think his name is, the way he described this kid, it was like a breath of fresh air. Like, this is old school hockey. Yeah. This guy's challenging the best of them. Like, even though he bloodied Delorier up.
Yeah. I will say,
I think Delorier got the best.
He held his own right there.
Damn right, he
especially with the age and the size being factored in. I mean, the
that
fact that he took him down at the end.
Did it look like he was doing more damage because he threw him to the ground at the end or the ice at the end? Maybe. But at the same time, I'll tell you, for a 6'1" guy going against a 6'7" guy,
right.
he held his own.
12 years older than him.
Yeah, exactly. The guy's younger than you, faster.
And by the way, you know, I don't care what anybody says. When there's a fight in the ring, everybody stands up on their feet. They're into it. They're
especially the ones that are discussed before the game starts. I mean, it's in warm-ups because then you see the writing on the wall all the way up, and then the first few minutes of the first period, they go at it. It's great. Exactly what happened with Delorier. He's done a few other times.
Yeah, like back in the day, when Chief was the players get to the center ice right before the drop of the puck, and you see the wingers jawing at each other. Like the famous one, there was one with McCarty and guy from the Avalanche. Everybody hated him. I can't remember. They were like, you could see them talking, going, "You ready to go? Let's go!" Like as soon as the puck was dropped, they went after it. Like that's what he's doing. This kid.
Yeah, I mean, Google was underselling Rempe as well. He's actually 6'8" and a half, 245 pounds. Google said 6'7", 241.
Right?
This kid's growing, I guess. Oh my
God. I want to ask you guys. Yesterday on the program, I want to get the locker room youth movement. I want to get your opinion on this, fellas. We talked about it yesterday. Alex Ovechkin. Mm-hmm. He scored a goal against the Flyers. He's got 17 for the year. He's 61 goals away from Wayne Gretzky. I don't want to see him break the record. I said no. I said yesterday. Wayne Gretzky to me is like
I get it.
The god of hockey, right? He's like
he's your MJ
the pinnacle of hocky.
He's your MJ of
when
hockey.
You say Wayne Gretzky, you think hockey.
Did you hear my comparison?
What's that?
He's your MJ of hockey. Would you agree?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so just like you don't want to admit,
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, and so just like you don't want to admit LeBron James is better than MJ.
Yeah. Intern, he's trying to set me up. No, he is my Michael Jordan, but he's Michael Jordan and then some.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've talked about this with my friends, and when you look at all the goats of, like, the goat of baseball, the goat of
Right.
basketball, the goat of football, I mean, I don't think there's a less of a debate than Gretzky and hockey.
Right.
Like, Tom Brady, you could argue Joe Montana, baseball, there's like 10 different names people like to throw out.
I was just about to
who the
say,
GOAT
do we even
is.
have a GOAT in baseball, like a solidified greatest of all time?
I don't know if
I don't
there
think
is.
so, because if you look at the 500 club, you ever see that poster with the guys that's hit 500 or more with the bat? There's 15 of them.
A lot of people say Hank Aaron, but you could definitely argue that.
There's the Babe Ruth answer,
Yeah.
obviously.
See, baseball's a funny sport. You got 9 players. It's a team game, but it's an individual sport.
Yeah,
right.
And that's why I think it's so hard for it to, I don't know, I guess kind of label one
Yeah,
guy as
who
the
would be
GOAT.
your GOAT in baseball?
I don't. It's tough, man.
A lot of people like to say Mickey Mantle to be outside the box because of how talented he was at his peak.
Roger Maris. How about when he for a long time he had that 61.
I mean, I've heard.
How about Joe DiMaggio?
You know what?
56-game batting hitting streak.
Let's
Who
make
knows
this a
ever going to
text board
beat that?
question. Let's make this a text board question.
Okay.
Throw out the number.
All right, 609-403-0973. Who's your GOAT in baseball? Greatest of all time.
It's tough. It's a great question, too.
I would have to say Joe DiMaggio. Anybody going to break that record? Because yesterday, Nicky Earnshaw said records are made to be broken. I don't want Ovechkin breaking Gretzky's record. He's a Russian. That's like landing a Russian on the moon.
I don't think it's.
I tend to agree. I tend to agree with Nicky Earnshaw. I mean, they're there to be broken. Look at LeBron last night.
You
think it's not to be? You think it's not cool to see LeBron be the first player ever to get 40,000 points?
I'm a Michael Jordan fan. So.
I know anything.
So
that
what
LeBron
did you say
does.
before the show started? You said Michael, or you might even said on the air. Michael
the air,
Jordan is the greatest winner of all, and I buy into
this. Is actually
greatest winner of all time. But you're saying LeBron James is the greatest player of all time.
Yeah,
What about Will Chamberlain?
It's so tough though because he played in a different era. I mean, MJ kind of played in that in between era where guys were getting more talented, but you also still had quote some of the janitors and everything like that, as JJ Redick likes to say. But it's tough for me. But like I just said, LeBron James I think is the most talented human being to ever pick up a basketball. Michael Jordan may have been the best NBA player in the sense that he knew how to just win constantly in the NBA.
I was going to say this.
LeBron knows how to break these records and stats.
LeBron didn't play college basketball either.
No, he didn't. And actually, Danny, that's the exact same take I have on this whole debate. Whenever somebody brings it up, whether it's at work, whether it's my friends, I feel like, when I talk about the GOAT of the NBA, it's Michael Jordan. I mean, 6-0 in the championships, all that. But I don't think there's ever been a more talented basketball player than LeBron James. I mean, just his size, his speed. His ability
there's
to
something
defend,
that irritates me about LeBron James.
See, I can call
I don't know what it is.
Michael Jordan the greatest NBA. It's tough. Like I could say,
like Michael Jordan refused to lose, and he played every game.
I mean, he had the Kobe Bryant type of mentality.
Yeah,
it started with Michael Jordan.
Yes.
So it's tough to kind of take shots against him and not recognize his greatness. But I think I have to stand by that. Greatest winner of all time. He knew how to get it done, and possibly the greatest player to ever play in the NBA, but the most talented player to ever play in the NBA. There's a difference between greatest and most talented, I think, because he was solidified as great.
That's
but LeBron, I think, is by far the most talented.
I can buy into that. All right, 609-403-0973 is the text board. Who's your GOAT in baseball? That's kind of difficult. I think Joe DiMaggio, that 56-game hitting streak to me, like he was a great, and he was in the war.
Dan and EHT chimes in and says Trout is his go to baseball.
I was gonna say people have brought up Trout,
Not
and
quite yet.
At least in the talent debate, that he's like the most
How
talented.
about Ohtani? I mean, the guy can pitch and hit.
He may end up
I was
being.
gonna say we haven't mentioned Barry
greatest.
Bonds' name, which I mean, obviously there's
his career's tainted.
It's got an
He
asterisk.
blew up like a balloon, like a Russian spy balloon.
Willie Mays. I'm looking at a list right now to see some other names. Willie Mays.
Nicky
Earnshaw.
Earnshaw.
What?
Nicky Earnshaw chimes in. Records are meant to be broken, but MJ is the GOAT. I don't think I disagree with that. But greatest basketball player of all time, LeBron James. When you bring NBA into the conversation,
how
that's
do you
winning.
measure? How do you measure an athlete's greatness? By how many championships they win, or just by their numbers?
That's the
Because
thing.
what's the
you
ultimate
kinda
goal?
gotta
That's the
differentiate
ultimate
here.
goal is about winning, right?
That's the whole thing too. I mean, basketball, it is a team sport. And I know Jordan obviously was the guy for those Bulls teams, but like we're talking about championships. Why is Bill Russell not the GOAT? I mean, he's got 11 of them things.
Absolutely.
Why, if it's the whole
That's
like,
why it has to be a mix of both.
Exactly, and that's why I agree with Danny right on the money. I feel like Jordan
But
is
boys,
the greatest.
this is water cooler talk. This is what people talk about.
Yeah.
And this is why sports is so much fun, because you do have these conversations.
Can I ask you this?
You can ask me whatever you want, youngster.
If LeBron James gets a 5th championship, Is he the GOAT in your eyes?
Well, see, here's a problem I have with LeBron James. When he went to Miami, he put together that dream team. He started that where players would go, they recruit each other to go play. I think Michael Jordan did it the old-fashioned way. The general manager built the team, and he was with the Bulls. He like LeBron James didn't stay with Cleveland and made Cleveland great.
But is that LeBron's fault?
He had to fly the coop like a carpetbagger, and then go down there and turn Miami. Like he couldn't do it.
Is that
Cleveland.
LeBron's fault? LeBron,
Yeah, I mean,
they call him Le GM now. All these things, but I don't think he had. I mean, I don't at least think he had that kind of pullback then to demand guys. And by the way, who wanted to go to Cleveland at that point? I mean, they couldn't draft anybody. They couldn't put any talent around him.
And we're talking
and
about.
Then why would you want to go to Cleveland, Ohio?
And we're talking about how he didn't stick with Cleveland and Jordan stayed at Chicago.
Yeah.
Cleveland didn't draft a Scottie Pippen for LeBron. I mean, Jordan didn't bring in.
Right.
He didn't have that same type of front office.
Maybe that's because they were paying him all the money that they had.
I mean, Jordan was getting paid a fair share of his cap as well.
The paydays were different too back then too.
Yeah, but the cap was lower,
Yeah,
so percentage wise, it wasn't too much of a difference.
I don't blame him for doing that because they didn't have a great situation at all in Cleveland. I mean, not having a great situation is actually putting it lightly.
We got a good topic going on today on a Sunday morning. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Who is the GOAT in baseball? We have the
messages are flooding in right now.
609-403-0973. Who is the GOAT of baseball? The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Now, I'm here to tell you about La Scala's. We all here at the locker room love La Scala's. The food is excellent. You got to get down to La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. It opened this summer or last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian-American and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza deli specials, their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9 p.m. One free signature pizza per table. Drink specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peroni, and $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers Mavericks later today on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
To the left side, Buddy Hield on a drive into the lane, left-hand layup, up it goes. Buddy Hield scores a layup.
Coverage begins at 12:30. It's Sixers basketball all season long on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball.
Hammers it in. Are you kidding me? He rocks the rim with a right-hand jam.
97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan, again, call Lenigan, again.
Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste, it's my baby place. Rendezvous Pizza, this one right here by. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you go. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest goodbye. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
One of the most influential names in comedy today, Andrew Schultz. The Life Tour returns to Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City on Saturday, August 24th. Join Schultz as he takes you on a comedic exploration of existence in all its messy glory. Get ready to laugh, think, and maybe even shed a tear, because that's life. Don't miss Andrew Schultz at Ocean Casino Resort, Saturday, August 24th. Tickets on sale now at theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my Locker Room Youth Movement producer, Andy Ryan, and intern Andrew Leeds right here. 97.3. In the background, the winning song moves on in our generational music challenge between me and Nick Earnshaw, my Saturday producer. I smoked him yesterday. Separate Ways by Journey. This is a power ballad, fellas.
Tell you what, I
And
think
it
I
beat
agree
Mr.
with the majority here.
Yeah.
I love this song. I love Mr. Brightside. They're in two different
This song
categories.
pumps you up.
I mean, I'm already feeling the vibes
Like,
right now.
especially when you turn the song up loud, you feel the power.
Yeah, I think I'd give Mr. Brightside a slight edge, but I'm not mad at this result. I mean,
Nah, this
it's
is a good one.
it's a coin toss.
Now,
for
Nicky's
me.
a little upset. He's a sore loser.
Oh, you mean you like you were last week? I mean, you extended
I'm
it
the
a
kind of
second
guy
day
that,
last week.
I believe he beat you, 18-8 last week?
No, 15 to 8.
I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at my text messages.
6 to 8.
Get it from the voice of the man.
I'm the kind of guy that rubs it in when I win.
Yeah. You were giving away free T-shirts last week.
Got to
You were
bribe
trying
somebody.
to-
Yeah.
bribe.
See, that's Bush League right there. You can't be giving away free T-shirts.
I'm sorry. You can
No.
use whatever you can use at your disposal to win.
That's corrupt, all right?
If you're
You're
not trying
swaying the vote.
you're not cheating, you're trying to win.
Yeah.
You're
Very
gonna have to
funny.
cheat this week. though. You got the one.
You're lucky you're even still competing with her and show up with some Bush League like that, all right?
That's all off the whole competition
Yeah.
right there.
0940300973 is the text. Who's the GOAT of baseball? We established that Michael Jordan and LeBron James arguing who's the GOAT. Bill Russell,
Wilt
Chamberlain,
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Abdul-Jabbar. Just fun. Baseball's a bigger number now. Danny, we're starting to get text messages. You going to read a few of them for us?
Oh, we have a variety of text messages right now, and they're all different. It's awesome. So we got one. Jeff in Ocean City says, baseball is a tough question to answer. I'm just going to go with the best third baseman to ever play the game, Mike Schmidt.
Schmitty.
I mean, how can you argue with that?
Yeah,
tough.
I mean, obviously we have
He's in the
that Philly
500
bias.
He's obviously the best third baseman ever to play the game, correct?
I would agree with that off the top of my head. I'm gonna make sure there's nobody we're forgetting. though.
Yeah.
Cal
clear and obvious
Ripken,
answer.
but Cal Ripken.
Yeah, you're talking contact.
But
One
he
of
was
the
a
best.
shortstop too, wasn't he? He
Yeah.
was the shortstop.
One of the best hitters of all time. Obviously Iron Man, but Mike Schmidt.
Yeah,
man.
and I think he spent
Yeah.
the majority of his career at shortstop. Now that I think about it, so he was not a third baseman. But just off the top of my head, I can't name a third baseman better than Mike
Yeah.
Schmidt.
Wade Boggs, Chipper Jones, but neither of them
Nah,
are quite on.
Yeah, no,
quite
I
on
mean,
Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt was a complete package. He had power. He's stellar in the defense,
He was the man.
right? I got another one.
Vernon from Mays Landing chimes in and says, Willie Mays.
Yeah.
Say, hey, kid. The only thing is he hung around too long.
Well, you think his shine kind of dropped by the end of his career?
Yeah, and I think does that hurt a player when a player sticks around too long?
I mean, it depends, I guess. I mean, because a guy like LeBron, I mean, he's missed the playoffs. What the last 2 years? Might miss it again this year.
That Lakers
but he's
team is
still
just
incredible.
so weird. Like they're constantly making moves to try and improve and get them back to the playoffs, but they just float above 500. It's I don't know. The role players are so inconsistent. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The Sixers announced yesterday, I guess it was, or Friday, that they're going to make a statue, a sculpture of Allen Iverson.
Hey,
it's going to be Friday, April 12th.
That's my birthday.
Is that right?
Unveiled on my birthday, baby.
And it's going to be the
happy early birthday, buddy.
Thank
he's,
you, man.
He's one of the most happy birthday.
Yeah, it's a month away, but thank you.
Well,
I appreciate it.
I got mine in 6 days, baby.
Is that right?
Well, 6
wow.
days.
Where are you going, to Poconos?
No, not again. Not again.
All right, Allen Iverson is there's another guy, pound for pound. I mean, come on, the guy brought it every single game,
especially for his size.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
man.
Yeah, I mean, nobody that short has been able to just kind of like completely control
Did you
the
get a
game.
chance to see him when you were little?
Oh yeah, when I was
Do you
young.
remember Allen Iverson?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
going.
you don't.
I don't.
Danny, you're too young.
A little bit.
I don't remember the championship run or anything like that.
No,
but I
I wasn't
remember
even
like
born in 01.
I don't know if I even really remember him. I don't even.
That's crazy.
I was born in 2001, so I don't have any memory.
Yeah, he was barely even saying "goo goo gaga." He's saying he watched a.
But honestly, I think I remember like watching him as like a Nugget.
Yeah,
or a
when he was in
Piston. I don't think he was in Philly still, but I knew of his legend.
He was the most valuable player in 2001, Rookie of the Year in '97, 12 seasons with Philadelphia. He's was a number one pick. I'll never forget when Pat Croce went into the draft and he got him. You just felt that at that moment, you felt the whole organization turn around, change.
Oh yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
what
there's a reason he was called the answer. I mean,
Right.
It just seemed like he was. He was going to be that face of the franchise, and he was. I mean, he changed the entire culture of the NBA as we knew it. I mean, he brought that kind of like street ball, like dreadlocks edge that just didn't exist before him, and now it's never gone away since. I mean, players like John Moran probably wouldn't exist without a guy like Allen Iverson.
You're absolutely right. All right, 609-403-0973 is the text board. Who's the GOAT in baseball?
So Russ from Cape May chimes in and says, Jackie Robinson, probably one of the best, only because he can single-handedly change a game just by being on the base pads, besides the fact that he stole home 19 times, I believe, in his career, which is amazing. He was a terror on those base pads.
See, and he was obviously playing in the time that he during the time that he played with racism and he just broke into the league. How difficult that was for him to play with being ridiculed. I heard Philadelphia treated him worse than any other city around.
Yeah, I know. At least in the movie 42, I remember
right.
that scene where it's the Phillies manager is like calling him obviously some not
nice
great
names.
things, and
So he had to
yeah,
play. So he
it's
was
an
that
extra-
great playing with that over like in the background.
That's exactly
All
what I was
that
going to
noise.
say. The fact that he was so great is
Right.
kind of insane when you think about
Yeah,
everything. he
Steven
had to go
Nelson and
against.
Darius Slay can't take a few boos in Lincoln Financial Field. Did you see that clip?
Yeah. Look, I don't know, guys. AJ Brown like ripping the fans and the
Well,
media.
apparently
for
he's
not, like,
backing us. He wants to be in Philly. How much of it's PR crafted? Who knows?
I
But I believe him.
I think athletes are so much softer nowadays than they're better. I think they're run faster, jump higher, stronger, all that stuff. But I don't think they have the internal fortitude.
Well, there's also the
toughness.
argument, though, when you compare them to players in the past and how they dealt with stuff like that, players in the past didn't have to deal with social media. Now these guys have social media. It's 24/7.
Right.
The criticism, all the outside noise, they can't get away from it. So there's that argument. As Billy's getting a nice phone call right now. I like that ringtone. No, but there's that argument. I don't buy too much into that because if you wanted to get off social media, you could. I mean, you could simply delete the app and not be active on it.
Yeah,
but
but
it's
that's
hard.
not-
It's
but-
hard for some guys to do that.
But that's not the reason why these athletes are softer than they were.
Well, think about it though. It's all
Yeah,
these podcasts of
There's
people
no load management
criticizing
There's
them.
no load management for Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, it was a different era.
Yeah, and also, I mean, when you think about that old era, it
The
is
game hasn't changed, Danny.
Yeah, but people are trying to outsmart the game. People are trying to preserve their bodies. Like LeBron James, who knows how much money he spends on his body a year.
Right.
But also, too,
Tonal. He buys that tonal.
yeah, it's part of the reason, too, why he's so durable at 38 years old and playing at the level he's playing at. So people are trying to manage their bodies better and, just get overall peak performance. So they're trying to outsmart and just overall last longer in the game. And I get that, but it's just two completely different eras.
By the way, I just got a text. You heard my text message go off, so I just turned it off. But Steve Weinstein from our new advertiser, Realty Remediation, he says, ready for this one? Ted Williams Last
Ted
man
Williams.
to hit over 400.
Not a bad.
Think
I mean,
about that
all
one.
these are valid picks.
Think about that one. Ted Williams.
We have a vote for Pete Rose. Dan in EHT says Pete Rose. His enthusiasm alone separated him from the pack. A second vote for Pete Rose as well.
But wait, ready, Ted Williams? Not only did he hit 400, 521 home runs.
Hey,
power and
you can make the argument for most people that are in the 500 club,
Yeah.
as long as all their stats kind of back it up as well. It's crazy. Like we have a vote for Albert Pujols here.
Albert Pujols.
The machine.
He was. I mean, he was dominant.
I don't know if he's the GOAT, but I mean, yeah, he deserves that respect, and I mean, he deserves to be mentioned for sure.
I mean, he got 700 plus home runs.
Yeah.
I am convinced they either did something with the baseballs or gave him something and turned a blind eye in his Dodgers run to get to 700 because he was hitting like he had never hit in the past 5 years. Like he was on a tear you hadn't seen from Pujols. So that's my little side theory. That
But
I'm
I just think, like you guys, and Nikki just said this, records are made to be broken. I never thought anybody would ever get close to Gretzky's record.
Yeah.
And now we got Ovechkin breathing down his neck. He's got 61 goals to go, but he seems like I think he's a minus 32 or a minus 20 to 23 or something like that. So he's a liability on the ice. He's just hanging around to get that. After 23 years in the league.
Yeah, it's gonna wear down. I mean, Ovechkin, he's not the player he was even 5 years ago, let alone in his prime. But I mean, and yeah, like I said, even if Ovechkin does catch him in goals, which seems like it might happen, I don't think it's gonna make him any closer to being considered the GOAT over Gretzky, because that's just how big of a gap there is between Gretzky and everybody else. Like again, baseball, we got 15 names we're saying, all of them are valid picks. In hockey, if you don't say Gretzky, you don't know ball.
You, can say,
you don't know puck, buddy. Sorry.
Listen, but you can say Mario Lemieux, but we'll never know because he never played to his potential. Because he had cancer, all the injuries, he had the back injuries, so he never reached his full. But I mean, he still was great.
Oh yeah,
but just doesn't have the numbers.
Crosby might be the closest guy you could even name in like today's era to Gretzky, but I I don't think he's. I know Ovechkin, but neither of them are quite. Like, I don't think it's going to be as close as baseball, where it's like we got all these names where we can talk about hockey. I don't know if there's ever going to be a point.
I don't think 50. Think about this, guys. Batting 400 in baseball, and 56 games a hitting streak.
I mean, think about the NBA scoring 100 points in a game, and we kind of. I don't want to say disregard Wilt, but you talk MJ or LeBron at this point.
You know why? Because there's no video proof of that.
Right.
There's a lot of people that they're deniers, right? There's a lot of people out there that say it didn't happen.
It's like the moon landing. They
I know.
They don't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, it is weird that there is no footage, because I mean, it's funny whenever you find footage like there.
Wasn't there a radio call of it?
I think there was some radio.
Yeah, there's a radio. No, there's a radio. And
but technically, you could fake that.
There is well, yeah, AI.
I don't think it's fake.
That's not Allen Iverson either.
Yeah,
no, I don't think it's fake. I think he scored 100. I mean, it just will. It's crazy, like looking back, because obviously now his legend is so big that like whenever I watch a video talk about his history, like at the time he was considered a loser.
Right.
Everybody thought he was Wilt the loser was his nickname because he couldn't win against Bill Russell in the championship.
Right. Bill Russell dominated.
Yeah,
11 championships, guys.
And neither of those guys are really even considered like a valid choice for the GOAT anymore. It's
so
crazy.
Tom Brady, is he the GOAT in football then?
Yeah.
I mean,
has to be. I
think
think Mahomes.
He's got 6 rings, right?
Seven
rings.
I think Mahomes will be. He has plenty of time to do it. He's only 28 years old, and he's already got.
Yeah, but they're the same age when he had 3.
That's fine. I think that what Mahomes is doing
Mahomes,
it obviously reminds you of Brady. He just finds a way.
See, Mahomes is more athletic than Tom Brady ever was.
He plays like street ball.
Tom Brady was very smart. And the thing is, Mahomes is very smart, but he's more athletic. That athleticism could get him hurt because he's going to take chances that Tom Brady
That is fair. See, my thoughts on the Mahomes Brady. Obviously, right now Mahomes is too young. Brady's still the GOAT. I think by the end of their careers, though, it might be similar to Jordan and LeBron, where I think Mahomes is the most talented, gifted quarterback of all time.
Right.
But he might just not have the resume as the greatest NFL player of all time. He might be the best quarterback of all time.
Yeah,
skill wise, but I don't know.
I think we could say that right now today.
Yeah, I honestly, I
He's
would
the
say
greatest, the most skilled quarterback of all time. 100%.
Guys, on Saturday, March 16th, we're going to be broadcasting live at Realty Remediation right there in Marmora. Now, get a load of this. You got to come down. We're going to be broadcasting from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Saturday, March 16th. Steve Weinstein, everybody that comes down, fill out a card, and you're going to win. Everyone who shows up and fills out a card will receive 1 free pest control service in our listening area. So anybody that comes down, automatically, that's a lot of money.
Just use your legs, people.
Just use your wheels. Get down to see us next on the Saturday, March 16th. 4 people out of all the cards that signed up, 4 people will receive 3 years worth of pest control services. That includes, you know how much money that is? That includes 3 regular visits and any issues between services. Services include ants, spiders, crickets, silverfish, mice, and all general pest control. 1 person will receive 1 free termite control treatment for preventative and or active problem with 1-year renewable service. Plus, he's going to be giving away 2 free Phillies tickets to the Phillies-Giants game on May 5th. Row 5, right from first base, section 116. And then a pair of tickets to 5 Blue Claws games. And the hits just keep on coming.
Why wouldn't you show up? I mean,
people better show up for this.
I don't even have to work that day.
I might come in
right
for some free.
I mean, you're talking about a $400 to $1,000 service, depending on how severe it is.
Exactly right, for free.
That's crazy.
So you got to come down to Realty Remediation. They're on Route 9 in Marmora. We're going to give out the exact address later on. You got to stay tuned for that. All right. The first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Flyers Blues tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Listen as Tim Saunders and Todd Fedor bring you all the exciting play-by-play action. Coverage begins at 7:30. It's Flyers hockey all season long on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia Flyers hockey, 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number 1.
Hi, this is Brian Propp, Flyer Hall of Famer. My wife, Eileen, and I opened a new health business in Marlton, New Jersey called Prime IV Hydration and Wellness.
Prime IV offers a range of IV hydration therapies designed to enhance your well-being, appearance, and performance. Look better, feel better, and perform better. Did you know that when you take oral vitamins, you only get 20 to 30% of the nutrients? IV therapy provides 100% absorption immediately into your bloodstream. Call us today at 856-545-1122 to get a free consult from our registered nurses. Again, 856-545-1122 to book your appointment or follow us on Facebook.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
For a free home inspection, call 609-525-0111. Ask for Rob McNair or Stephen Weinstein. Financing available. They'll check your crawl space, basement, attic, and your living space with a free estimate. Don't let mold ruin your home and do damage to wood or cause illness to your family. Call Realty Remediation, 609-525-0111 today.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
And now, a poem for all you lovebirds out there. Getting down on getting down. Some cars are red, others are blue. Trade in your old car and drive something new.
Fall in love with saving at Matt Blatt Nissan. How about 1.9% financing for 60 months on every new 23 Rogue in stock?
Oh, yeah, it's on at Matt Blatt Nissan.
With over 200 new cars in stock and incoming. Come see why Matt Blatt is your premier Nissan dealer. This month only, lease a brand new Sentra for $259 a month with only $19.99 down. And with Matt Blatt Nissan's 4-day love it or leave it return policy, you simply can't make a mistake. Matt Blatt Nissan.com. Rate qualifications exist with approved credit. $27.78 per thousand financed on in-stock 2023 Rogues. Not all will qualify. Not valid on previous purchase. Go to mattblattnissan.com for complete details or call 844-917-4758. Price includes all costs to be paid by consumer except for licensing, registration, and taxes. VIN RY263938. Sentra sale price $21,520. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan on the Black Horse Pike. Egg Harbor Township.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get $50 in gift cards good for use at JoJo's Italian Grill, Egg Harbor Township for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com.
Like, why is he playing the kill?
They beat you last week, actually, buddy.
Great song.
Smoked you.
That was last.
Gotta stand up for my boy, all right?
609-403-0973. Who's the GOAT in baseball? We're getting a lot of different answers, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's just
This is exactly what my point was to begin with. Is that we can't crack down on one goal like we can with Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Tony Gwynn gets a vote here from anonymous texter on the text board. I mean, you can consider him.
609-403-0973. Now, you brought something up during the break tonight. I think in terms, we'll talk about it on the other side. Should Pete Rose be put in the Hall of Fame?
100%, not a doubt in my mind.
I'm gonna have to acquiesce to you.
I do not
and,
care.
And I'm
what
gonna
anyone
change my
says.
mind because there's so many gambling sites on our phone. There you go. So it's part of our baseball.
If you're gonna normalize it today,
sports betting.
If you're gonna normalize it today, profit off it today, make it look like the best thing since sliced bread today.
But if
he
it
should not
wasn't
be punished anymore.
Danny, if it wasn't for all these betting apps, I wouldn't change my opinion.
You know,
because he broke a card.
You could argue that for
cardinal
sure.
rule.
I mean,
you don't bet on baseball. You don't bet on your sport.
You got these NFL players getting suspended for a year, 2 years maybe. You don't see them getting banned from eligibility for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They have that type of career, and he served his time and then some.
Danny, I'm willing to change.
You better.
On the other side, we're going to talk with Ron Meyer, the head coach of Pittman boys basketball team, who won the Group 1 championship, South Jersey. With that, after this.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. On Monday's show, we're looking at a busy weekend for both the Flyers and the Sixers. We are officially 1 week away from the start of NFL free agency. We'll talk a little Birds, football at 4 with Jeff Bocher, and 4 more chances for you to qualify to see the Phillies play the Orioles at Camden Yards.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
I'm what you might call very good at hide and seek. This one time, my parents had found the whole neighborhood to track me down. It was a mess. A lot of tears. Well, now that we got Xfinity, we have Wi-Fi all over the house, including all my favorite super secret hiding spots. So I can go top of here by streaming my shows and found you. The heck? Oh! Left to find my tablet on. This generation, ruining the game with their performance enhancers.
That's multiple Wi-Fi on the Xfinity 10G network. Now through March 4th, get started with 200 megabit internet for $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, eligible Xfinity Rewards members can get a free indoor camera. Learn more at xfinity.com/free camera. Switch today. Requires your postponed and auto-pay bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After call, regular rates apply. Actual speed vary. Camera multiplies apps. Xfinity 10G network brings improved speed, security, reliability, and latency. Xfinity 10 gigabit service tier subject to permitting and construction requirements.
For John's 60th birthday, his family planned to drive down Old Route 66. But the trip took a detour when his wife got sick with RSV. It's a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems and hospitalizations.
This year, we don't want to cancel our plans. We're protecting ourselves with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, the Brisville, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine.
Abrysvo, a vaccine to prevent lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. It's not for everyone and may not protect all who receive it. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had an allergic reaction to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may decrease your response. Most common side effects are tiredness, headache, injection site pain, and muscle pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com.
So don't wait. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, because every breath matters.
2 for $222. 2 for $222. Drive home 2 new Kias at Matt Blatt Kia for just $222 per month. For the first time, get 2 new Kias for $222 at Matt Blatt Kia, where you can get a brand new 2024 Kia Forte LXS for just $111 per month lease with a 0 security deposit and just $39.95 due at signing. With a price like that, why not get 2 for $222? That's a brand new 2024 Kia Forte 24-month lease for $111 per month, or drive home 2 for $222. Both with Matt Blatt Kia's exclusive 4-day love it or leave it return policy.
It's gotta be Matt Blatt Kia.
With approved credit, not all will qualify. Credit may affect down payment. Offers can't be combined. Go to mattblattkia.com for complete details, or 888-505-6670. Price includes all costs to be paid by consumer, except for licensing, registration, and taxes through KMF. 24 months, $20 per month, 10,000 miles per year. Rebates and incentives to dealer. Expires 4/2/24. Matt Blatt Kia, 6211 Black Horse Pike, Carver Township, and on Route 37 in Toms River.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hey, son of a gun!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers. Just in front of the net! 97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly.
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing up there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob Mackley, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
The bench, coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein in my locker room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds on a sunny Sunday morning in March, the beginning of March. And, of course, all the championship games, all the playoffs are in full swing right now. And yesterday, Mainland boys basketball team beat Ocean City 69-67.
Shout out to my Mustangs.
Yeah, how about the Mustangs, man?
It's crazy.
They won the
football.
They win the Group 4 state championship, and now they just won the Group 4 basketball boys basketball championship.
And girls.
And the girls win.
It's insane. I mean, we were never
What's
this
in the
good
water?
when I went.
What's in the water over there?
I don't know. We were never this
Maybe
good
Dave
when I
Clements
attended.
training all the guys down there. Eric Clements, performance athlete.
Yeah, shout out to Chuck Smith. Shout out to Chuck.
Yeah. So yesterday, Nick said Mainland 63-59. I said Ocean City 60-58. And Mike Carlin said 61-57. We were on the ballpark, but the score actually was 69-67. Three overtimes.
Yeah, that's a heck of a game. I wish I was there. I wish I was
Good.
there.
There was hardly anybody could get in. But
Yeah.
it was no problem getting into the Pittman game because last night Pittman beat the Kip Cooper Norcross charter school in Camden, and they won the South Jersey Group 1 championship. So let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room the head coach of the Pittman boys basketball team, Ron Myers. Good morning, Ron. Hey, Ron, would you lose your voice cheering, screaming at the kids last night? Hey, Myers, I got to tell you, man, you got to be so proud. You're coaching at your alma mater. You were an all-South Jersey basketball player there. And when you got there, you had a program that hadn't been used to winning in a long time. You you turn that whole program around, and you just won your South Jersey Group 1 championship. I mean, that you got to be pretty tickled pink with that. You know what? When these student athletes, people don't realize how much time and effort they put into these, especially when you're winning championships. I know the Mainland boys football team won the Group 4 state championship, and then their basketball team comes back the same year and wins the South Jersey Group 4 basketball championship. That's just like that's outstanding, and congratulations to you and your guys. But you guys, they put a lot of time and effort into this. Myers, how many seniors do you have on that team? And were starting 5 all seniors, or did you have some under the? Well, so you have some guys coming back. We're talking with Ron Myers. He's the head coach of the Pittman boys basketball team and just won the Group 1 South Jersey championship. What's next for you guys? Wow. All right, Ron Myers. We're having a big debate on this program today about who's the GOAT in baseball. I know you still coaching baseball? All right. Okay. We're asking a text board question at 609-403-0973. Who's the GOAT in baseball? I know that's a hard one because there's so many, like, you got infield, outfield, home run hitters, average hitters, the whole 9 yards. So who's your GOAT in baseball? Then I want to get your who's the best basketball player ever? LeBron James or Michael Jordan? That's all right. He's losing his voice.
There we go.
Who'd you say?
Nobody was saying Ken Griffey Jr.
The kid.
So we just had one of my advertisers, Steve Weinstein, say Ted Williams. But here's a guy that batted 400, and he batted 400, he hit 521 home runs. How about that? That's right, and he served this country.
He only had 9,700 plate appearances. It's crazy.
Wow.
All right. So how about there's so many other players, but for baseball, it's kind of hard to single out just one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Myers, like Joe DiMaggio's record of 56 straight games, hitting 56 straight games. I mean, like we were talking earlier today about Ovechkin's getting ready to could possibly break Wayne Gretzky's record for 600 or 894 goals. I never thought that would happen. So maybe Ted Williams, who knows, one day. I don't see that record ever be broken. I know. All right, Myers, who's the best basketball player in your estimation ever? Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's true too. Now we're talking with Ron Myers. He's the head coach of the Pittman boys basketball team that just won the Group 1 South Jersey Championship. Now, Ron, you're a great coach, but you know nothing about basketball because you're the one that told me how great Ben Simmons was. I'll never let you live that one down. You're wrong about that, but weren't you? But you're right.
That's the sound of a man who's passionate. All right, he got that team to win last night.
I ripped him so hard, but Ron, I kid you. Obviously, you just won a championship, so you know what you're doing, and you're an All South Jersey basketball. You were All South Jersey basketball player yourself. All right, one last question for you: Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame? Yes or no? I know. And I guess what? I bet you 12-year-olds are gambling. It's on the phone. All you get to answer a question. Are you 18? Like, what are you just going to lie? Right. All right, Ron. I can't believe your son's a senior already. That's amazing, man. I just remember when you guys had him. Ron, listen, man, I appreciate it. Good luck to you the rest of the way. Stay in touch with us because we like having you on periodically to talk a little basketball anytime you want. Just give me a shout, Ron Myers, and congratulations on a great season and continued success moving forward with the Pittman boys basketball team. Yeah. All right, Ron Myers, congratulations. Keep it going, kid. All right, there he is, Ron Myers, the head coach of the Pittman boys basketball team. Hey, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. There's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game, let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. We get in there and say, hey, I heard them talking about you on the radio today. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein and my locker room youth movement, producer Danny Ryan, and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Flyers Blue tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Listen as Tim Saunders and Todd Fedor bring you all the exciting play-by-play action. Coverage begins at 7:30. It's Flyers hockey all season long on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia Flyers hockey, 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hey, everybody, Tim Chu with ticksforgood.org. How would you like to go to the Final Four? That's right, at ticksforgood.org, we are giving away 2 tickets to the men's basketball Final Four in Phoenix, Arizona. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can enter to win 2 tickets to the men's basketball Final Four in Phoenix, Arizona, round-trip airfare, and 3 nights accommodations. This prize is brought to us locally by Tri-City Kitchens, South Jersey's leader in custom cabinetry. Visit ticksforgood.org to learn how to win.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Pintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Dog parents are loving Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend Premium Dog Food.
The way she acts and the way she moves, it's just so much better. And she's like a puppy again. It's unbelievable.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a freeze-dried raw food made with 0 artificial preservatives, so it's naturally shelf-stable with no mess, freezer, or fridge required. Plus, it's full of premium turkey, beef, salmon, and meat your dog will love.
We started with Nature's Blend. She's happy. She sleeps well. She's energetic. I am just delighted with this product.
When given the choice, Nature's Blend and Amazon's #1 bestseller in dry dog food, 29 out of 30 dogs chose Nature's Blend first.
I'm so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of delicious beef liver treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511. All pets are unique. Your pet's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply. Studies available upon request.
You're listening to the with Billy on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live in the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my locker room youth movement producer, Danny Ryan, intern Andrew Leeds right here on a Sunday, sunny Sunday, March 3rd. Talk a little Phillies baseball, the bats and the balls, the glove, the ear sounds and the smells, and no more dollar dog days. What that about that there, Andrew Lee?
I'm very bummed about it. I was at the game last year where the hot dogs. It was dollar.
They're probably losing a lot of money.
Well, yeah, I was at the game where the fans started flinging the hot dogs all over the place, and
is that right?
That's kind of what they're blaming as the reason as to why they're getting rid of dollar.
Yeah, they were doing the wave and they were flinging them up in the air like graduation caps when they were doing the wave.
Oh,
that's why they did it.
It was a great time. There were hot dogs flying everywhere. I was having a great time.
People ruin it for themselves.
See, I'm gonna miss the dollar dog night. Don't get me wrong, because you get obviously.
Now you get buy one, get one free.
Yeah, and they put a limit on it to a certain extent, at least to the vendor you went to. They would only let you buy 4 at a time. Obviously, you could go to a different concession stand or a different vendor and get more.
Right.
Thing I'm going to miss most, though, is the hot dog cannon. The fanatic riding around on his cart in the outfield with the hot dog cannon.
I mean, they could still do it for that.
I don't know. If they don't want people having more hot dogs.
Buy one, get one free.
If they don't want people having more hot dogs to use as weapons, why would they shoot hot dogs at them? Think about it.
Yeah, we'll see. I could.
So
that's a staple at a Phillies game. You can take that away.
I've never caught a hot dog at a Phillies game.
Neither have I.
I've never caught a shirt at a Sixers game. Matter of fact, where Nick and I were sitting 3 rows behind the Heat bench, they don't even throw the shirts anywhere near that area. you.
Well, unless you have a kid and they're not going to lob one to you.
Well, I had
so
my
it's too
daughter with me
close.
at one time.
Well, you didn't. Not that time.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Nick
mean,
Earnshaw
I've never.
He's
I've
young,
ne-
but he ain't a kid.
I've never gotten a foul ball. I don't think I've never.
I've had a foul ball.
I don't think I've gotten
You've
anything.
never had a
like
foul
that.
ball? I've had 2 foul balls.
Want to know a funny story?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm sorry.
I got a
Jay.
funny one too.
So we're sitting first base side. It's me and my girlfriend. We went to a game. I believe it was 2 years ago. I forget who they were playing. All of a sudden, I'm just watching the game. Somebody hits a foul ball. I think I turned to look at somebody in the outfield, one of the players. All of a sudden, I hear a bang on the chair. I'm like, what the hell was that?
You weren't paying
Meanwhile,
attention?
my girlfriend got hit in the shoulder by a foul ball. Banged under her chair, kind of like went under it towards my chair, just went right under my seat into my hand. I just looked down. There's a baseball.
It was right there.
I looked down. There's a baseball right underneath my seat. I'm like, well, that was easy. And then I look over at her. She's like, oh my God, my shoulder. I'm sorry, babe. I didn't see it.
Did they have the nets up then?
I
this-
believe so. Yeah.
Was this foul ball
No, they
like a
have
pop fly foul ball, or was it like more of a line?
That was a
drive?
towering fly
Oh, it was
ball.
a towering.
Yeah.
So it came straight down on you.
Yeah. It wasn't like it came like a line drive at her because they had the netting, so that wouldn't have been possible.
She's tough. I don't know. That would stay.
It still hurts.
Sure.
Just because it's up in the air doesn't mean it hurts any less.
Back when I was in high school, I believe I was with Johnny DeMaria, my good friend Johnny. We were at a baseball game at Veterans Stadium. We're sitting on the third base side. There was no nets back then, and a foul ball came zooming up and hit right near us, and it landed on a lady's lap. She had a skirt on. And I went, it was in her lap, and I went to dive for it. The husband got pissed. Like, I wasn't even
Yeah, no
thinking.
wonder.
Yeah. But I wasn't, I wasn't.
Jesus, Billy.
I was going after the ball. I wasn't thinking about like where it was.
You gotta think,
I really believe that I was
How
thinking,
old were you?
No, he's
No.
telling me to think it. He didn't even protect his girlfriend.
No.
How old were you at this
I
time?
was like, I don't know, like 10th grade, 12th grade.
Okay.
11th
All
grade.
right, at least
Fair
you were like a
enough.
23-year-old
Ball came back,
man.
lickety split. I like those nets now.
Lickety split.
It came like
Oh,
a shot.
yeah.
I mean, there's people have been hurt over the years. It's a good thing they put the nets up.
I think I was at a game where the bat slipped out and it hit somebody in the.
Well,
crowd. I
that's the
think I was
problem
there.
too. The balls, they come a million miles per hour and they're going to hurt you. But if a bat comes your way, you better take cover because that thing can really
Same
do
thing in
some
ice
damage.
hockey. Same thing in ice hockey where they put the nets up. That because for many years there was no net.
Yeah.
And if you weren't paying attention, you're behind the goal. You're gonna get a nice shiner. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Nice shiner.
Kid.
A shiner with the
That's what they call a
Schweiner.
shiner.
You're whipping out all the sayings today. Well, during the interview, it tickled you pink.
Yeah, I tickled your pink, baby.
Lickety split.
Is
You
that what
just
you
said a
guys-
few seconds
Is that
ago.
what you young guys are paying attention to? My
Oh yeah.
It's like
I've
it's almost
listened
like
to
a
all
curse
of
word in the sense where it just like perks my ears up. You know, I hear lickety split, tickled pink, and what was the last we just said? Shiner.
Shiner.
Shiner like Schweiner.
Schweiner. All right, Danny Ryan, give us the starting lineup today, will you please?
Well, I got to pull it up in front of me. You got to prepare me. For
I thought
something
you
like
had
this,
it up.
Billy.
You told me you were gonna.
No.
He's not paying
I-
attention.
See, you know,
he
you
doesn't pay attention
you
to his
can't do
girlfriend.
telekinesis
You know
over
what he was
here.
doing? He was eating too many hot dogs, and
Oh
he wasn't
my
paying
God.
attention to his girl.
Not anymore.
He didn't protect your
$2
girl.
No more dollar dog night. All right, I got the lineup in front of me. It's going to be Yohan Rojas in center field leading off, Alec Boehm at first base batting second, Edmundo Sosa at third base batting third, Garrett Stubbs catching today batting cleanup.
Nice.
Jake
Bad cleanup.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
Guy's 5'2".
You better hope he's hung over. He's going to hit a dinger for you. Jake Cave in right field. Jake swing for the parking lot cave.
Who's
He's
gonna
batting
make-
fifth.
Yeah, how about that?
Then you got Weston Wilson playing second base, batting sixth. David Dahl in left field, batting seventh. Scotty Jetpack, Scotty Kingery at shortstop, batting eighth. And then
When's his
Christian Pache batting
When's his
ninth.
contract up? I mean, they
It's
remember
up.
this is his
They
last
re-signed
year.
him. No, they re-signed
Oh,
him.
they did?
Yeah,
They signed
to,
him
you
to,
know,
like the-
But a minor league
to no
contract.
money. Yeah. But
Well,
no,
he
his
had-
6-year deal that he signed, it's up. He's like 30 years old now.
Yeah, what was he making? Like $8 million a year?
I think it was like 6 years, 42 mil, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look up his
So much.
contract.
Man, I just remember back in like 2019, people were like,
Seemed like
this
a
is the
steal.
next Chase Utley. Like,
We thought we were doing with Scott Kingery what the
Right.
Braves have been doing with all their stars. All right, I
Right.
was way overshot. 6 years, $24 million.
So $4 million, 6 times what? 6 what?
6 years, $24 million.
yeah, so $4 million a year.
$4 million a year.
Yeah, they declined his option this past offseason, which was for $34 million.
Jesus.
Or, no, I'm sorry, not 34. I can't speak today. $13 million. They declined that, obviously, and they got him for a minimum.
The Philadelphia Phillies are in a tough division. Braves, obviously. You can never underestimate the Marlins, right?
The Mets, I mean, who
The
knows?
Mets, I think the Mets are going to stink.
I
And
think-
Mr. Met, if you're listening out there, Jeff Dowling, The Mets stink.
They're really prioritizing what they need to do to make their ball club good, by the way. They now have a dance team. I don't think they'll be dancing very much, though.
Does
Be
that
down
guy
like
Cohen up
10-1
there have all
dancing.
this money? How come he can't put a good team on the field?
Well, he tried last year, and then it blew up in his face. So he, sold his guys and paid for some prospects. He got Ronald Acuna Jr.'s brother at the deadline last year in exchange for Max
Did you guys
Scherzer.
just tell me the Phillies just have a verbal agreement with Ronald Acuna's 12-year-old brother?
Yeah, he's
You would be
12.
correct.
He's over playing some. Is that Little League still? I guess.
He's got
a verbal commitment to a 12-year-old.
Like, yeah. What do you say to the 12-year-old?
Can you imagine like being in that guy's class and he just comes back after the news breaks and you're like, wow, this kid literally sitting next to me in algebra just signed a verbal agreement with the Philadelphia Phillies at 12 years old. Like,
That's
what
insane.
First off, what are we doing? Second off, is this going to hold up till 2028? I mean, it's your word. So
By the way, sales on the mound for the Braves today.
If he stays,
you don't think I'm worried about him because if by chance,
no, I agree,
he pitches to his potential.
If he could just stay healthy.
So if they're pitching and if their pitching staff, the Braves, if they can stay healthy,
it's a nasty rotation.
They top to bottom, they got a great team.
I mean, depending on what kind of pitcher he is, if he can just stay healthy, even if he's not the Chris Sale of old, he can still give you a middle to high 3 ERA, at worst a low 4.
So
I mean, that's not bad for a lefty.
If he can go 500 or better, stay under 3.7 ERA.
And stay healthy.
And eat up like 200 innings. They got a deal there.
Yeah, if he can start like anywhere from 25 to 27 games for you, you got an absolute steal if you're the Braves.
Does Kyle Schwarber bat first, Andrew? Do you lead him off? I mean, this is a big time. Like,
I've been the proponent this whole time. I mean, because we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks.
Time for it to change, man.
And I'm at the point where I just have a short leash. I don't know what I would do if I was Rob Thompson. But regardless of what I go with to start the season, either way, I have a short leash. If it's not working off like it has the last couple of years, I'm willing to change it up and give Turner the spot. Now, vice versa, you put Turner in that spot, we get off to a cold start, I'm immediately switching back to Schwarber. I'm not really so hard one way or the other.
Well, that's my thing.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think Trey Turner is going to have a great year this year. I really do.
My thing is, if you're going to switch it up and put a guy like Trey in there to start the year, or even let's just say you stick with Schwarber and it doesn't go well, I don't think you can abort if it doesn't go well.
Right.
Last year, you kind of tweaked it. You put Turner in for a week or two. It didn't work out. You put Schwarber back. It didn't work out for Schwarber mostly. I mean, Turner wasn't great up there because he was having a bad season already.
Right.
But Schwarber looked different in the bottom part of that lineup.
So everybody says, "Oh, it works." Schwarber gets on base, they win. Guess what, guys? At the end of the day, what was their shortcomings in the playoffs? They didn't get we went to the World Series, we lost, and we went to the NLCS and lost last year. So you could say they're winning, but they're not. They won in the regular season and made it to the playoffs and had a good run. We didn't win anything.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
So maybe it's time for them to move on from Schwarber in the one hole.
There's one gaping con when it comes to Kyle Schwarber batting leadoff, and that's if he does walk, he clogs up the base paths. That's the only problem that I have with Kyle Schwarber batting leadoff because, like everyone says, you can instantly be up 1-0 in a game with Kyle Schwarber batting leadoff, and it's a beautiful thing. Swings momentum. It gets you off to a hot start, and it gets the clubhouse and the locker.
It gets the fans juiced.
It gets the dugout rallying.
Right.
Yeah,
Everybody loves a Schwarber.
Especially if you're home. You're right. It gets the fans juiced. But if he walks, and granted, great on base percentage, the best on the Phillies, but if he walks and he clogs up those bases, I mean, it limits you in a lot of ways, especially like you said, come postseason time. So I love him batting leadoff.
They need to manufacture runs during. We agree to that they need to manufacture runs in the postseason.
You can't just hit solo home runs.
Because if the bats go silent, they're not hitting home runs. You're done.
Yeah, like last year, it was ridiculous. Like the Phillies had they broke the record for home runs in a postseason, whatever that was, or postseasons in a row. But there were so many solo shots. Like we weren't getting. Multi home runs. There were so many just individual shots. Like we need to find a way to get more runs, whether it's through the base running, getting Trey Turner out there to start, get him. Cause he was also like, he didn't steal that much during the regular season.
Yeah, but he
never got caught.
He was off last year.
I'll tell you what, one name you guys haven't mentioned, Bryson Stott. He could easily be a viable leadoff candidate. Yeah. He's one of the scrappiest hitters in Major League Baseball, not even on the Phillies. He's got speed. He hits for contact.
A lot of teams have great. The league's got is second baseman heavy with great players.
I mean, look at Luis Ariz. He was batting like 390 for most of last season. That's the closest we got to somebody hitting close to 400, like Ted Williams.
Who's the Mets' second baseman is
Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil.
Yeah, he was playing a little outfield last year. Speaking of Phillies rivals, just real quick before we go to break, I wanted to give a quick update. You mentioned at the top of the show that Ronald Acuna Jr. might be hurt out for a little bit of time. So there is word on what's happening with Ronald Acuna, not solidified as to if he's hurt or not, but before his game on Friday, he was scratched from the lineup, and MRI showed some irritation of the meniscus. He's going to go back to LA to his doctor that performed the ACL surgery he had in July of 2021, see what he has to say. If it is a torn meniscus, at most, he could see 6 to 8 weeks on the bench. So,
and isn't that what Embiid's dealing with right now?
Right. I mean, if it goes well, but timetables vary, obviously, in all these cases.
And they have different. Yeah, I was gonna say they have different bodies, different recovery times.
If the Dodgers sees fit or the surgeon sees fit, he would get arthroscopic surgery immediately and hopefully be back, I would guess, after a month and a half.
All right, guys, when we come back, we're going to talk Sixers because they're playing today at 1 o'clock against the Mavericks.
Don't remind me.
We gotta. Nick Urshel went ready for this.
Oh, I know. I heard.
I took him to the game, 3 rows behind the Heat bench.
Nice seats.
Now you're spoiled. You're right there.
Right.
He went to the Charlotte game and sat in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, nice seats. 0-2.
I was going to
rip.
rip because what? He's a dedicated fan.
I saw that.
He supports the home team.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he got a gimme game on Friday. They're facing the Hornets. You expected them to win that.
Did you really expect them to win that?
I did.
You
as long as Tobias
to
Harris
beat the Hornets.
As long as Tobias Harris didn't play with half a brain like he normally does.
On the other side. I don't expect them to beat anybody.
What Tobias Harris are we going to see today? I mean, jeez.
For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Stores offer the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second out of the locker with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. Hey, when you get in there, tell them the locker room. You heard the locker room talking about you on the radio. I want to tell you about Las Calas. The locker room loves Las Calas. The food is phenomenal. You got to get down there. It opened in Brigantine last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza daily specials and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at Las Calas. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9 p.m. One free signature pizza per table. Can't beat that. Drink specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peronis, and $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk a little Sixers basketball. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and my Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Danny Ryan and intern Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small. Can't wake up without it. Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Hi, this is Brian Propp, Flyer Hall of Famer. My wife Eileen and I opened a new health business in Marlton, New Jersey called Prime IV Hydration and Wellness.
Prime IV offers a range of IV hydration therapies designed to enhance your well-being, appearance, and performance. Look better, feel better, and perform better. Did you know that when you take oral vitamins, you only get 20 to 30% of the nutrients? IV therapy provides 100% absorption immediately into your bloodstream. Call us today at 856-545-1122 to get a free consult from our registered nurses. Again, 856-545-1122 to book your appointment or follow us on.
Every year, hundreds of people suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
For a free home inspection, call 609-525-0111. Ask for Rob McNair or Stephen Weinstein. Financing available. They'll check your crawl space, basement, and again your living space with a free estimate. Don't let mold ruin your home and do damage to wood or cause illness to your family. Call Realty Remediation 609-525-0111 today.
Black mold, white mold, what you gonna do? Realty Remediation's here for you.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get $50 in gift cards good for use at JoJo's Italian Grill, Egg Harbor Township for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds right here, as we're going to get ready to talk a little Sixers basketball, because right after the show, these guys are tipping off at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, taking on the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, a team that has a lot of talent, but I mean, they're also kind of in a similar situation. They're the 8th seed, I believe we said earlier.
Yeah, they're 8th in the West.
And it's a tough race, but I mean, yeah, they're just not quite playing like we thought they could play. But it should be an
You think that you expected the Sixers to win the other night against the Hornets?
Yeah.
You expected that?
I did.
I don't expect anything with this team.
I get it. You know, you're down on the team and you're not putting a lot of confidence in you with the recent play, but a team like the Hornets, I mean, Billy, they were 15-45. Okay. You expect that. We're not dog water.
Dog water. That was my nickname for Craig Kimbrell last year.
It was dog water to Tobias Harris.
Every time he walked out, me and my
I'm being a little too hard on our.
Yeah, you should expect to be at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, that's not saying much.
You know what Nick Nurse told me the other day? We're trying to get fans to give Tobias Harris an ovation.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Like, are we getting carried away with our support? Like, fans have the right to be very upset, critical, pissed off, you name it. When a team's not playing up to their capability, and when their stars hurt, and like, I don't know. It seems like this team right now doesn't know what it wants to do.
Here's the difference. When Trey Turner got his standing ovation, he was playing an all-time low, playing like he really had never played before, aside from maybe his rookie year. But even then, he was never really in a slump that bad. And you could see, night in and night out, he was trying. I mean, the whole reason they gave him the ovation was because that game-losing error in Miami. They come back home and they give him a standing ovation, I believe, against the Royals. And, you know, it was just a breaking point for him.
Plus, here's another thing, too. Let me jump in there. When Trey Turner walks up to the plate, it's Trey Turner.
Right.
Well, how are you going to single out Tobias Harris?
That's what I'm trying to say. Right. Like, Tobias has shown this type of inconsistency in the past, where he'll be, you know, one night against a bad team, the best player on the court by far.
The other night.
Look great.
Right.
But tonight he might give you, or today he might give you 13 points on terrible efficiency. Like, these type of things are not new for Tobias Harris. So if you want to give him a standing O and be soft, fine. But it doesn't fit the same way that Trey Turner did, because Trey Turner was a perennial all-star, arguably the best shortstop in the MLB.
Agreed.
Nobody has ever said anything about that in regards to Tobias Harris.
And he was still in that first year of adjusting to Philly. I mean, he didn't have really a spring training because he was playing the World Baseball Classic.
Right. I
His first year in Philly. Tobias, I mean, he's been here for 5 whole years.
But
now.
you guys, the Sixers, get back to my point about not expecting anything out of them. They've lost 13 of their last 16 games.
It's been rough.
I mean,
yeah, but they've been playing some good teams in those stretches. It's not like they're just losing to everybody. I mean, they've had some I forget who they played last week, but I mean, it's not great, but I still expect them to beat the bottom of the barrel teams that are no chance of even making the play in.
You know what the Sixers are without Embiid in the lineup?
I believe it's
18-7, 8
and 17.
8 and
Yeah.
17.
After last night's win.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad.
And if they lose to the Mavericks today, they're going to be 8.
Well, the problem is, like Nick Batum said, a lot of the times it's just, they're relying on Maxey to score like 45 a game, and you can't operate like that. You have talented guys on the court. You have the more depth probably for any Sixers team that I've seen in the past 5 years, the most depth, I should say, in the past 5 years. I mean, you take a look at the team. Buddy Hield, Cam Payne isn't bad on the bench. Kyle Lowry getting 15, 10, and 6 the other night.
Yeah.
People said he's washed, and he's still got some pretty decent talent. So you got to give this team a little bit of time to mesh, but the problem is it's all going to kind of restart once Joel Embiid hits the lineup because they got to learn how to play with each other. Like, is Buddy Hield going to look better than he has as of late with Joel Embiid in the lineup? Probably, because guys will crash on Embiid down low and he'll kick out to Buddy Hield and he'll thrive off those opportunities.
You know what? One thing you can,
but that's if Embiid comes back,
right? And when you lose a guy like Embiid, what's the one thing that you can control? The defense, because you might not be shooting the ball well.
Yeah.
But you always control the defense.
He is their defensive anchor, but yeah, you could still be putting up a better effort than they have been as of late without Embiid. But yeah, that's the thing that interests me the most about this whole team right now is that we haven't seen a single minute of Embiid playing with Hield or Lowry. So like, I think it'll look great on the floor. We have no idea what that's going to look like. I think it will open up the game for everybody involved, obviously having Embiid back. But again, time will only tell. We're running out of time.
Do you expect the Sixers to win today? Honest, in your heart of hearts.
No.
You don't either.
No. I mean, the Mavericks lost to the Celtics the other day, but it's also the Celtics. They've won 10 straight.
By the way, what's wrong with Arizona? Phoenix. There's a team like they got players and they can't. They lost last night.
The curse of Kevin Durant.
Right? Is that what
He's
it is?
paying for his sins. I guess.
Yeah. Where are Phoenix at now in the conference? They're the 6th seed? Yeah.
Luka put up 37 with 11 assists and 12 rebounds in a losing effort. They lost by 28 against the Celtics.
Yeah.
He's going to do that against the Sixers today, and they're going to win by like 28. I'm telling you right now.
I want to tell you on Saturday, March 16th, the locker room will be broadcasting live at Realty Remediation. They're located at 215 South Shore Road, Route 9 in Marmora. So we're going to be broadcasting from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Anybody that comes down, they fill out a card to win. Anybody who shows up and fills out a card will receive one free pest control service in our listening area. You got to be in our listening area, right? Out of all those people that sign up, 4 people will get a free year's worth of pest control services. That includes 3 regular visits and any issues with in between services include ants, spiders, crickets, silverfish, mice, and all general pest control. One person will receive the grand prize of one person will receive a free termite control treatment for preventative and or active problem with 1 year renewable service agreement, plus 2 Phillies tickets to the game on May 15th, section 116, row 5.
Best show in town.
He's going to all the food you can eat. He's going to have all kind of food there for everybody, and a pair of tickets to 5 Blue Claws games. You can't beat that.
Yeah, that's a lot of value right there.
Come down and see us. Everybody wins something. Come down to see us at Realty Remediation, 215 South Shore Road in Marmora. All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. By the way, they got Andrew. Used to work there, right?
Oh yeah,
they got a lot of craft.
All my boys.
Like all the craft beers, the biggest selection ever.
Yeah, there's something that you're going to find.
You're going to find something there.
A lot.
It's a landmark. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. Go down there and tell them, hey, the locker room sent you. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, guys, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. My Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers Mavericks later today on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
To the left side, Buddy Hield on the drive, into the lane, left-hand layup, up and good. Buddy Hield scores a layup.
Coverage begins at 12:30. It's Sixers basketball all season long on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball.
Hammers it in. Are you kidding me? He rocks the rim with a right-hand jam.
97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste, it's a place. Randazzo's Pizza is one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, it's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you go. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked by you. If you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
This year, Dell Technologies wants to help you do amazing things with their best tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 13 Plus, powered by Intel Core processors, and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Champion Exteriors, Champion, the one you call first. Voted best of the best in Jersey Shores. For roofing and siding, windows and doors. 24-month financing, no payments, no interest. You're certified GAF elite contractors. Champion-exteriors.com. Champion Exteriors, Champion, the one you call first.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my Locker Room Youth Movement producer, Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds. I didn't mess up anybody's name today, did I?
No, I think you were clean today, Billy.
A little rusty the first few weeks for the back, as expected.
You said something last week. I don't remember what you said.
I said a bunch of things last week.
Something with Nick.
Nicky
Ryan.
Nicky
You said
Ryan.
Nicky Ryan.
Yeah, you got thrown another wrench in there. Yeah, we haven't been easy on you with these substitutions, the platooning.
Sixers win today?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think the Sixers
I mean, you
win?
got Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving along with their role players. They've been a little inconsistent this season, but the Sixers are so down and out right now. And I mean,
All right, ready for
two
this?
games
Who-
in 3 days.
Who wins the championship first, the Flyers or the Sixers?
It's just so tough because with Embiid, you want to say that window is open for as
Yeah.
long as he's here, but like,
They both have good head coaches now.
Yeah.
You could argue great head coaches. It just all depends on what happens this offseason, honestly, for both teams. Because, the Flyers are going to look to improve. This
Right.
year, they're kind of like, whatever happens, happens,
Right.
and we're going to build on it for the future. They're not going to give up their assets by any stretch. But Sixers, too, like, if they make a move for a third star, a real third star, maybe even retain Buddy
Because they're
Hield
gonna-
for cheaper.
I was going to say, Tobias Harris's contract's off the board.
Yeah.
Right? All right.
I mean, could get some opt-outs possibly. Paul George has a chance to opt out. LeBron James has a chance to opt out. I don't expect them to do that because, I mean, Los Angeles and the Clippers, they have the prime window to win a championship right now with those stars, although they lose Russell Westbrook for the rest of the season probably with a fractured hand.
Wow. All right. So Phillies news you just looked at. You just told me Taiwan Walker.
Well, that came out a few days ago.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that.
He was away from the team, or is probably currently away from the team now due to personal reasons. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy.
It's probably nothing,
Probably should
but
obviously try to trade him.
Yeah.
He doesn't fit.
So he was away for personal reasons and also a little bit of knee soreness. He played catch today or yesterday, pardon me, according to Corey Seidman of NBC Sports Philadelphia. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. Some people were skepticizing that he might be traded at some point and they might bring in a free agent starting pitcher, either one of Jordan Montgomery or Blake Snell. So, I mean, I think that's just all blowing smoke.
The Braves getting Sale. Well, first of all, what's our starting rotation is Wheeler, Nola, Suarez,
Sanchez. And Walker.
Walker. But I mean, yeah, we still got guys like Montgomery on the table.
Yeah.
I mean, Snell's out there. I don't know what's going to happen. Apparently, they have interest in both of those guys to a degree, but only on short-term opt-out type of deals. Which
that's really their market right now. I mean, we're so deep into spring training, they're going to have to figure something out soon. Sign a deal they might not want to.
Why isn't Jordan Montgomery signed?
Isn't
that weird? I mean,
me and Andrew were just talking about during the break. Scott Boras has not had a good offseason for his free agents. Cody Bellinger has to sign an $80 million contract with a bunch of opt-outs. Montgomery and Snell are going to have to do the same. Matt Chapman had a $200 million extension on the table, reportedly from the Blue Jays, turned that down, and then gets $84 million from the Giants with opt-outs.
So that's weird.
He says not having an offseason to remember. Let's just say that for Mr. Boras.
You don't think so? You don't think Chris Sale is gonna live up to his
who knows? I mean, who even knows what kind of pitcher he is?
Because if he does, we're going to need a guy like Montgomery. We're going to need another starter.
He was a guy who could consistently throw 99, 98 and blow it by guys. I don't think he's that guy anymore. And I think, honestly, if he takes a little bit off his fastball and loses some velocity, that'll help his arm health. I mean, at this age, you really shouldn't be pumping 98, 99. The one exception was Justin Verlander for a few years there in Houston. So, I don't know. I think if he stays healthy, he'll be a pretty decent guy from mid to high 3 ERA.
All right, so are you going to be glued to the TV? It's a nice day outside. Are you going to be watching the
I got work all day.
Oh, you're heading back to
I work all day,
across
baby.
the bridge?
Yep.
I got to work on my other job, but I'll be trying to pay attention as much as I can.
I'll be watching the Sixers game.
I'm going to go see my 103-year-old mom. Then
That's
I'm going
nice.
to meet with Steve Weinstein, and then we're going to, I don't know, I'll probably listen on the radio, 97.3 ESPN.
Yeah,
why
can
not?
sit around outside with how
Yeah.
beautiful it is.
I'll
Just
be moving
listen
around,
to-
take my mom out for a little stroll.
There you go.
We leave anything out? We covered a lot today.
Pretty much. I mean, the only other thing that came out, the Eagles apparently.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, nobody really wants to talk too much about the Eagles. Is the offseason.
Are they going to get DJ Gardner-Johnson back? And there's some rumors circulating.
Yeah, he signed a 1-year deal, obviously, with Detroit last year. He's had some words to say about.
I was going to say he on social media he was ripping the Eagles.
Yeah, he left some words about saying how he wasn't offered a long-term deal, which apparently the Eagles claim that they offered him a multi-year deal.
So the Eagles get rid of Byard. They're $30 million under the cap.
Yeah, and he's obviously
more to come. Probably
had a great year with Detroit last year. Apparently, he's looking to get roughly like a 2-year, $17 million deal is like what his value seems to be according to A to Z Sports. I mean, for that type of value, I would love to bring CJ Gardner-Johnson back. I never wanted him to leave last year. I mean, even when it came down to Bradbury or CJ, I always was saying I would have prioritized CJ. Not because obviously Bradbury had a great year in this year. And that's not me just saying this like in hindsight, but at the time, I vividly remember.
All right, what's your number one need for the Sixers for the Eagles in the draft?
It's tough.
So remember, they got 9 picks. 2 in the first 3.
I think they have to take a linebacker.
3 in the
high.
first 2 rounds.
I think they have to take a linebacker in the second.
They're going to
round.
get Trotter's son.
I hope. I mean, he wouldn't be the perfect fit in Fangio's scheme, but any sort of talent you can work with, you need to bring in to Philadelphia right now. Like, who knows what Nakobe Dean is? You got him in the third round. He had a shoulder injury.
So your top priority is linebacker.
Linebacker and obviously secondary.
So how about this Cooper DeJean?
I I feel like if we do, we could probably trade down a bit and then get him. I don't think 22 is a bit rich for me to draft him there. I feel like he's more of a
I don't think Howie would do that in the first round anyways.
Yeah.
When's the last time he drafted a corner in the first
Lito
round?
Shepard.
Yeah, we talked about this last week.
He didn't do
Lito
it. I don't
Shepard.
think he was even there when they did it.
What year was that?
I'll look it up.
Definitely wasn't the GM.
I know it's Lito
No.
Shepard.
Yeah, I would say secondary, whether that
They
be
had
safety.
Sheldon Brown. They had a good defensive secondary back then.
They're just as bad now at safety as they are at cornerback with, Bradbury getting exposed last year. And to what Andrew said, CJ Gardner-Johnson, love him or hate him. If you think he went too far with the stuff he said after he left Philadelphia, all the shots he took.
Yeah.
If you bring him back, he's a leader in that secondary. He's a guy that
100%.
cares. He's a guy that's going to stick up for his guys. I go back to the 49ers game when the 49ers crowded around James Bradbury. You go back and look at that clip. Not one Eagle was sticking up for their teammate. It just kind of shows the narrative of last season, how soft and just out of it and careless this team was. Like, you don't do that as an NFL team when guys are coming over to taunt your teammate they talk trash about all week.
And they were talking. There's rumors going out that Sirianni played favorites. But
Yeah,
guys that won the ring, that have won a Super Bowl ring and have been on the Eagles with the organization for a while, sure, you're going to treat them a little different.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone gets treated different.
By the way, real quick, Lito Shepard was 2002, so way before Howie Roseman was involved in the
But
system.
he was their first. It was the last time the Eagles drafted a secondary.
Yeah, he was in the ear of decision makers at that time, but he wasn't the decision maker. Yeah.
So
Let's see if
do
he
you guys
does it.
put any stock into this rumor? Is it a big? I don't think it's a big deal.
No.
I was saying yesterday to the guys, like all the times that I went to the Pittsburgh Penguins practice, I never even saw Lemieux once on the ice in practice, not once. Hey, I didn't practice. So practice.
He made that very
Talking
clear.
about practice.
Right? Yeah. So if he's giving these guys some extra leeway or showing favoritism is the word.
Yeah, and that's going to happen.
Why wouldn't you?
That's going to happen. It's just you got to control yourself if you're going to do that type of thing. Like, if you have to pull a guy aside and be like, listen, I know I'm hard on you, but I want the best out of you. We see a ton of potential in you, and we're trying to pull it out of you. Like, you at some point, if you're going to an extent where it's, I would say, rustling feathers in the locker room, you have to explain yourself if you're Nick Sirianni.
Right.
And that's all part of the CEO kind of
Just
title
like a parent,
he's
you don't want
taken
to
on.
as a parent, you don't want to be a best friend to your kid because you got to be a disciplinarian.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with Brian Johnson. I feel from what we've been hearing that Brian Johnson was reluctant to tell Jalen Hurts what he was doing wrong.
And reportedly intimidated by AJ Brown.
Yes.
It can't happen if you're in a leadership position.
And this one goes back to having a younger coach, right? Having a younger coach.
Yeah, it's a different vibe than just another guy who's not willing to listen. This stuff. He's going to do what he wants to do. When you have a young guy who's a bit more personable, it's both sides of the coin, the good and the bad.
Andrew, did you mention the Fletcher Cox stuff?
No, I didn't even get a chance to.
Fletcher Cox. Jeremy Fowler of ESPN is reporting that Fletcher Cox will probably retire at some point this offseason too. Does
That would
preface.
surprise
It is a report.
Kelsey's coming back though. I don't care what anybody says.
I don't want him to.
You know?
I don't. I love the player,
Time to
but
move
for the
on?
sake of his own health, I do not want him to.
I
He's
understand
accomplished all he can. He's got a Super Bowl championship. Unless he thinks this is going to be an elite offseason for Howie Roseman, do not come back.
All right, guys, great show today.
Great show.
Locker Room Youth Movement. Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds. Had a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday because nothing could be finer. Talking sports with the Schweiner. Mike Gill, Sports Bash this week, and we'll see you next week right here. 97.3 ESPN.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash.